Hello and welcome everyone, Lanhart here with part 54 of the Prussia Let's Play for Napoleon Total War with Darthmod. We continue where we left things off at last time. Thank you once again for your comments, advice, tactics and suggestions. It's all greatly appreciated. Do keep them coming. Now, I did post an update video last week because I was actually having an issue with the save game for this series. Initially, I thought I'd have to load up, I think it was part 50 save and carry on from there because I couldn't seem to get the other ones working for whatever reason. I did do a quick test and I was able to just end my turn back up to this point, but I wanted to try and play through the turns exactly the same or as close to the same as my actual choices, just to not sort of exploit what had happened, and I just wanted to get back to the same point. In actual fact, over the last few days I've ended up reinstalling Windows 10 on my PC. I backed up all my save games though, and after that reinstall of Windows 10, the save I made at the end of part 53 is now working, so I haven't had to replay it at all. I thought I would have to. In fact, I started doing it before I reinstalled Windows 10, and that was a totally different issue I was having, and I thought I'll just do that over the weekend. And I had already started sort of replaying through my turns, but I didn't need to pick up with that anyway because it seems to have to work now, the save. I don't quite understand what the issue was, but I'm not gonna jinx it any further. I'm just gonna carry on from where we are. So the save is as good as it was before. So we pick things up straight where we left them off at the end of 53. So we are currently at peace with Austria. We managed to grab that peace, and quite a few of you are actually suggesting that you believe the reason why Russia is bleeding provinces over to Austria is because that's potentially what they are offering Austria in return for them to redeclare war on me every time I peace out with them. And you guys are also saying that's the reason why that Russian navy got sent free from the port here, is when they traded Courland to Austria last time. That's how it was able to cause me a bit of trouble, and I didn't spot that. So thanks for spotting that, eagle-eyed viewers. Gregory did another map for us, which I will try my best to include on screen right now. Please, Lionheart, have remembered. If not, I will put a link to it in the comment section. I may do that anyway, but this is Gregory's tactic suggestion. You can see he suggests a push through sort of Lemberg and using the natural crossing points, the bridges, to sort of just trap the Austrians down here, stopping them coming through Romania and up through towards Russia. I haven't seen too much of a push that way. Obviously these armies must have come from there at some point, unless they travelled over from Moravia. And they do have quite a collection there, and they will still be able to spill in from here. I don't really quite have the armies to spare to go through with Gregory's plan through here. He's suggested 2 or 3 armies to push through. I mean, we've got von Blucher and we have Karl Wilhelm over here, but I don't really want to move them out from Warsaw. I kind of feel this is quite a good sort of linchpin province that I can kind of react west and east from, and kind of just holding with a couple of armies there seems to like be a good shout. That does sort of weaken my pushing power here. It means I've only got sort of 1 army to go after Lithuania and 1 to go after Courland, which I don't think I'm going to liberate Courland. I think I'm going to claim that for myself. I don't think we'll see too much of a benefit from creating a buffer zone there. And if Russia was able to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, then yeah, sure. But I kind of feel that the old bear is definitely withering. And as much as I want to create a spy node here and get some more vision, I'd actually prefer more vision up here. So I'm going to move my spy out. We've actually revealed a couple of armies. You can see Russia over here. So they do have some troops, and maybe it would be beneficial to liberate Courland if they're going to keep on pushing through here. We'd create a bit of a stalemate there. They'd have to swing around this way, and we could just focus on holding them at Lithuania. But actually, taking Courland ourselves and then just pushing and holding that bridge is going to do a lot more damage to them and sort of holding power. And in the meantime, we can just hold here if we want to and leave Lithuania for a little bit. So we could hold it with this army here and push up with that one. Sure, they could cut across this way, but we should be able to react. So yeah, I'm gonna push up with these guys with von Clausewitz to try and strike Courland next turn, because I assume Austria will redeclare war on me during the end turn phase. So that's what we will do there. Gonna hold with these 2 guys. We just need to replenish with everybody else for now. And I mean, part of me thinks we should maybe send the Prince of Prussia in a ship and go around St. Petersburg, but I actually kind of feel like maybe we need that extra pushing power here for now. So what I'm going to do is actually bring him up and pop him into the industrial town centre instead. And I'm just going to drop 2 units of militia. Oh, no, none of them can actually move. Okay, I should be able to recruit 1 in here. Okay, 2 of them in there. That's good. He's replenishing up in here, can nearly keep on pushing. That's fine. And I'm going to start the process of another army here to then send to the east, because I think we've got sort of central Prussia pretty well locked down for now. I did see some extra line infantry over here, so we're going to bring them in. There is this army over here with a butt ton of cannons, but I think we're going to need to wait until next turn to properly deal with them. We don't want to preemptively attack Austria right now and start the war up again. We might be able to get away with sending one of these armies off to the east, and in fact you guys definitely need some cavalry from here at a later date, but for now we'll hold. You might be able to send one of these armies off to the east. In fact, if I was going to, I'd probably send this one, because it's very powerful. I mean, do we risk it sort of doing that now? I don't think we should. I think we've played cautiously, which is sort of slowing the pace of gameplay, but kind of feel like it's a necessary evil. I'm going to pop you guys back here so you can replenish up, and I'm going to take this army out of the port and back to where it's meant to be, holding the bridges, and that blocks off France for now. The fleets are in place, and we're slowly but surely starting to consider repairing and replenishing them. So I think we are good to end the turn, and it will be whatever occurs during this end phase, which will obviously shape our strategy for the next few to come. So, without further ado, actually, let's take a look at technology. How much longer have we got? 2 turns on modern rifles, which allows us to get the Brunswicker sharpshooters, the Silesian Schützen, which you guys have been wanting me to recruit for a while now, and I will try and do that, Cecilia, when we can. That allows me to get them. But is it General Staff, or is it actually the Staff College, which allows me to get the infantry? No, still get all the foot guards. Life Grenadiers, are they new, or have I already got them? I think that we all get the same ones. But artillery, wise, quick climb, howitzers. We've already got howitzers, haven't we? Or experimental howitzers. Can I not recruit? Oh, we've got to wait for the we've got to wait for the ordnance board. So 2 turns we can actually look at howitzers as well, which would be rather useful. At least I think so. What be the War Council's suggestion for howitzer deployment? Anyway, end the turn, and let's see where we go. See where we go, see where the AI goes, to be honest. Austria always starts off the turn making me think, oh, they're not at war with me, but that army's just gone into the forest there, so it's definitely within my territory, surely. They always start off moving troops away, and I'm like, oh, they must still be at peace. They'll start pulling back. And then they'll make a move somewhere which will look like war. I mean, even if they haven't moved into my borders, I'm pretty sure they must have joined my enemies again. I'm looking at territory. Yes, see, Russia must have now just bought Austria. Oh, okay, so that's the thing. Austria is never at war. If I've got peace before, they're not at war with me the turn before. Sorry. Austria takes their turn before Russia, so Russia doesn't get to call Austria into war until after Austria's already made its moves. Ah, okay, so that's why it looks like they're pulling back. If they're redeclaring war by being invited. Yeah, joins my enemies, so they were invited once again, and you guys are right. They have just sold, Russia has just sold Estonia and Livonia, Riga, to the Austrians. And in fact, we can potentially even use this to our advantage, because when they're doing this, this is knocking Russian armies further and further back and out of territory, because they must be getting ejected, surely. Do they have... They're allies. Surely they must have military access, though. But they're getting ejected if they're in the settlement. No, they got ejected there, so surely they don't? Or do you just get ejected anyway? That is very interesting. Let's send the spy up, because we can now push much further. Yeah, the Russian armies did get ejected. Okay. We've got 2 armies up here. We've got to keep an eye on them. They're not trying to go somewhere. But yeah, that is very interesting for us. Be interesting, so I imagine we could potentially look at a couple of turns of peace with Russia just while we push out east and claim the Russian territories that have now been gifted to Austria. I would say very, very interesting. They're selling off to just pull them back in that war to their own detriment. I mean, they've barely got any territories left. They've lost Kiev. Wow. Okay, I'm very surprised by that. Right, you can move up to there, but we can move up towards Courland. You can move all the way up with me as well. In fact, that's probably not a bad shout. Right, in we go. Let's take Courland. I'm going to demand surrender, actually. There we go. Thank you. Now, we could liberate. But I'm going to claim this one. It's got a port, so it's quite useful for us to have. And it's a commercial port as well. Which means that these guys can now be brought up further. See what's going on again with the Russians here. And in fact, I know exactly what we're going to do. No, you've already blocked them there. We can go for St. Petersburg deploy. But in fact, what I'm going to do, we are going to go for that. Oh, we can go from that port and avoid them completely. I kind of feel like actually Riga we don't want to take. That's just going to barrel in with these guys. So in fact, we should move up and just hold that bridge. See what the Order Resolve has in store for us here. 415 lost. Oh, damn. I actually hope we'd be able to pull to the bridge from that. That's disappointing. Okay, well, we can pull to the bridge and block anyone moving up here. I'd go in here as well, but they've sold Belarus off as well. I think we've got to go aggressive. We've got to go hard. Otherwise, we're just going to see all of our progress disappear. So let's move in here as well. And I'm going to demand they surrender as well. And peacefully occupy. Right. Oh, you guys can just get back, though. Nice. What I'd really like to do here is push you guys off that bridge. There you go, cavalry. You can see the Russians off over here. We are being reinforced. They managed to kill 266 somehow. Yeah, I would love to push towards that bridge. I really would, to get on it. That stops them coming in from here. So I've got lots and lots of cavalry. Militia. Okay, let's try and call their bluff then. We'll move in with 2 armies and see if they decide to trigger. No, we're now on that bridge. And I have full faith in our ability to hold these bridges better than the Austrians. I think we're on that bridge, aren't we? We're just on it. Ah! If I move any further, we trigger, because I pulled my army back. Damn. Okay, got to pull back. Damn it. Okay, well, we should be able to pick that up next turn, because I don't think they're going to move. We are just within reinforcement range. Okay, so I moved too far. I can get just onto the tiptoe of the bridge. That's fine. Whew. Right, repair you. Repair you behind our lines. There is that army that's built up here, once again, a war with us. In fact, though, we've taken those territory. I wonder if we can just do the same thing with Austria again. Can we force them to peace? They normally don't take it straight away. Let's say, could we peace out with Russia right now to hold them where they are? I don't want them to get too comfy. A couple turns reprieve might be useful for us. Just go after Austria a little bit. At least carve out some of their territory. I'm not going to go for alliance, but let's see if that will work. Yep, that will work. Peace and trade established. So we can continue pushing towards them. We just grab the Austrian territories. Because it's not the time to turn around and deal with Austria. We still want to push east, because we can always redeclare war. But also at the same time, I don't want Austria to keep grabbing more and more territory, because otherwise we are going to be in trouble. You're grabbing more troops there. Let's go for those guys. I would quite like to have those guys all upgraded here. Not going to spend any more money because we want to put more into throwing out another army here. That's all we can afford. Okay, in that case, infantry first. Don't like the looks of that army there. They could be reinforced by these guys. Well, we could push in and try and strike them down. I'm just thinking what's the best way of doing that. We need... They've got a butt ton of cavalry, so we need... cannon, rather. If I take these guys... and take all of you guys bar 3 infantry... and we still strike them. We can. Let's go on in and knock that army out of the way. Oh, wow. It literally is all artillery. Damn. Save in case there's a crash. Let's try and clear out some cannon. Don't want that kind of army running around with that sort of firepower. That is a lot of artillery. A lot of artillery. Well, we've got to get the infantry just moving forward as quickly as we can. Try and place them out on the flanks a little bit, because I actually want my cavalry sort of charging the middle. I say that, actually, no I don't. I want them on my cavalry on the flanks as well, because then they won't be as much of a target. Play them very wide. We'll put our artillery, our 2 units of them in the middle as decoys to lure enemy fire onto them. Not even going to bother placing trenches. Pop you guys here. You should be able to fire on them straight away. Yes, you can. My general, I really don't want him getting involved in this, so we're going to put him back here. Yep, everybody running and moving forward. Please.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
I'm not quite sure setting it to barrage really will make that much of a difference, guys, but okay. They're only 6-pounders, but still. That is going to cause a lot of damage with canister shot. We need to hope they're foolish enough to put their infantry in front of their cannon line. If not, I'm charging the cannon line with infantry. I'm not going to stand there for a shootout. But we'll double speed it. they are going to move in front. Okay, so that should weaken their ability to canister us. Right, heavy cavalry, go on in from here. Gonna keep running, get nice and close to them. Do need to keep an eye on where they put defences. They put it back further here. We're not bothering with the infantry, they're not our targets. It's all about the cannon, so in fact we're going to follow up this way. Keep going up that line.
Our men are running, sir.
Cavalry broke them there. It's fine. We've got their lancers tied up at the back. Cavalry, ignore the infantry, get away from them, keep charging cannons down.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, seriously? You guys are broken. Got flanked. Take out that general, damn it. Yeah, they've shattered. Somehow the lancers are outdoing my horse guards.
Our men are running, sir.
Surely that's them gone. Oh, these guys shattered as well. Oh, damn it. At least my hussars, yeah, taking down the general. Should finish off his unit. We'll continue it for a little bit longer. Pretty sure we've got him. Close victory.
Glorreicher Sieg!
How many do we lose? Okay, yeah, looks like a lot of friendly fire. Rup. That knocks them back there. No, definitely. Ah, I don't like that you've gone in there.
Yes, sir.
Seriously, the cannons can actually get back. What? Okay, so that they don't get attacked, I'm going to move you guys all here. You guys all down to here. And shuffle this army over here. I should hold us for a turn. If they try and push on with an army, we should be able to break them. Right, I think we're all good. I have to hope that they don't go for us with von Blücher over here. Don't fluff that up, hopefully. I mean, Russia might redeclare war and we'll be straight back to the status quo next turn, but we'll see how this end turn treats us. In fact, I just remembered I've got a couple of ships over here I was repairing, wasn't I? Do we need them against the Russians? I don't think we do, to be perfectly honest. I think they're good to swing on around this way. You guys should all be, yep, sorted. You're an Indian man, so you can go on down to the Ivory Zone. Meanwhile, the rest of you can link up here. One militia unit should always be in there. You guys get on that port. You need to repair, you do. You go on that one. What about you chaps? Yep, you also need to go back. Don't have enough money to completely do them, so I might just... And also we should leave them both going, to be perfectly honest. It's not insanely important. I sort out all these ships right now, but I've left them a long time already. So, no repairs required for you. You're good to go, 106 gun. Lovely. Okay. Lovely. Okay, that sorts you guys out. So, okay, we can pop another infantry unit. Or two in there. Good, good. Right, end the turn. Oh, yes, of course, you guys. That's alright. Heading towards Berlin. Don't do anything stupid, France. What are you going to do, Austria? You're going to move armies up into our land. And yes, there is a bit of a hole, but we should be able to plug that shortly. Or maybe we can kick you back. Have they taken... Or has... I'm wondering, I'm trying to look at that map, actually. Did that just suddenly change? Did Austria get back into... Russia back into the war this time? I can't see... Looks like they've just gained more territory, haven't they? Or have they sold that? Did they sell that back? They have it or not? Can't even tell anymore. But the great sale of Russia has begun. Well and truly. Ooh, and the great push of Austria through there has also begun. Yeah, that is a bleeding hole in our territories. But we should be able to eject Austria once more. God, we're going to have to strike at so many cities to try and thin down those armies. Or just look to block them in as we have done France to a degree. Finally got modern rifles. But are we at war with Russia? Or have we managed to hold peace? We are still at peace with Russia for a turn. Wow. We're not at war. That's a new one. Well, Austria have got plenty of territory over here that we can claim. And it doesn't look like they seem to be doing a huge amount to gain it, to secure it. I think because they don't have any armies that they can. So this should be a free expansion for us out into their territory. Yep. Don't even need to fight for it. Oh, and yes, I need to look down here. Oh, Austria's actually pulled... Ah, they pulled their armies that way. So we could go for our attack. We could go for it. Could follow Gregory's plan and go for it there. But we have these guys moving in through here. There are bridges here and here, but they can still move all the way up behind us. So we might need to utilize these armies that we have dotted around a little bit. This one is on its own. I actually, before they just keep pouring more and more in, be tempted to sally out and take them down. Although, you need some cavalry, because I stole yours last time. Sorry. So we can withdraw here. I mean, although Prague is also sort of semi-exposed, it does have a pretty good garrison. These guys, they've avoided going in here for the kill. I kind of wonder why, but now Warsaw is exposed. I mean, I could potentially leave it exposed to try and draw them east, and then we can turn our armies around on them. It looks like they mainly just spammed out militia. Maybe we've just about reached the limit of what Austria can just spam out army-wise. They just can't keep pushing out infantry because of their economy, but maybe it's just the AI building up settlements, or rather armies, that in a particular fashion. You guys pull back. You're going to advance. Again, we should be able to demand surrender here and peacefully occupy. Yeah, we're in a good position here because well, I say any time of our choosing we could hit Russia, but if they stay at peace, all we need to do is drop an army to the port here on ships, move on around, and St. Petersburg is ours before they've got time to scramble their armies across from here. We would be in trouble though if we couldn't get up to those regions or even deal with these armies in a reasonable time, because it actually they look pretty capable, most of them. That's a good army. That one could be good. The rest of them have all pulled back for some weird reason. Doesn't seem like they had military access with Austria, although they just got ejected. But yeah, we've now been able to make our biggest push in I don't know how many episodes. That is massively substantial forward momentum for us, and it all just goes back into helping out our economy. We've cut them off from resupplying Finland. St. Petersburg is open, and Novgorod will be a very easy conquest from there, but we would have about 6 full-stack armies descend upon us very quickly. Do we use this moment with von Blucher to go to Lemberg and face the wrath of this stack. And there was another full stack in the area, which might be still on our way. We could bring these guys over and just say, sod Warsaw for now and try and draw Austria that way. Or we could eject Austria for a turn. And then we'd be at peace with both Russia and Austria, if that's even possible for us. We have this army to deal with, though. Anyway, that's where I'm going to wrap this one up for now, guys. I did want to make this one an hour special, or an hour in length. As I said, part 53 and 54 would be, but with all the complications with the save game, what have you, I don't actually have time today to make this a longer episode, so I will try and catch up. If it's not the other episodes this week, it will be longer episodes kind of all week long next week for you guys, so keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. But yes, Gregory, be so kind and draw us a new map. I think with the shifting borders, we have some new battle plans to consider. Anyway, as always, I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Take pride and join the Legion. Check out my affiliates and sponsors. Games Planet, Overclockers UK, QT, and MSI. Until the next one, ciao for now.